Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Remember that. All right, welcome back. Let's get another check of that forecast, Cedric. I did all my hyping up about 15, 20 minutes ago.
That's all you got?
He's
like, now just go.
Right.
We've had enough.
Fine. That's how they do you.
Never enough, Matt.
Alyssa, your turn.
No, I've had enough for the
No,
day.
I chimes in. I stay giving you your flowers,
See?
Cedric.
At least I say it.
Yeah, I always
She just
do.
alludes.
The
From
love,
his
yes.
outfit to his hair. Come on, people. You guys know I do. Go ahead, Cedric.
Always looking for some receipts, doesn't it? But anyway,
I got
let's go ahead on
on
a dive in this forecast.
Okay.
The folks don't want to hear any more about it. They want to hear about this great weather, okay? So let's talk about it here as we look at the weather map here. Let me show you. Guess what that is? What do we call that?
That
so
is
that's
called
it.
the Big H.
The Big H. And what do we also nickname it?
Matt?
High pressure.
Yes, okay, that's what it's called. Okay, we also call that our weather
High five.
friend. Okay, you guys missed the main one. Oh,
I was
my
going more
goodness.
scientific.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Always.
Excuse me.
yes,
Yeah.
you were. I'm sorry. I need to be more scientific. The high pressure, our weather friend out there, folks, sitting over Utah. Of course, bringing us a cold start to the day, but now going to be bringing us warmer conditions as we get on the backside of high pressure, our weather friend. And the reason we call it our weather friend is because it usually brings us nice weather conditions. And that's why we have a lot of sunshine today, but a little bit of that inversion haze out there as well. But again, the big story, of course, the sunshine and warmer temperatures that are going to be building as we go throughout the middle of the work week should be fantastic with well above average temperatures and primarily dry conditions. It will all come to an end, though, by the time we get towards the end of the week as we're tracking a fairly strong cold front that's going to move in, especially as we get into your Friday. And what that is going to do, not only drop temperatures, but it's going to bring us a elevated chance of precipitation. And yes, that precipitation will include rain and potentially even some snow, especially for our mountains, Friday into Saturday. All right, let's look at these numbers. 58 degrees, no snow with those type of temperatures in Ogden. 56 even in the Heber Valley. We've got 49 in Vernal, 48 degrees in Provo, 60 in Escalante, 58 in Lake Powell, and 62 degrees in St. George. So for today, again, we should see those highs getting into the upper 50s to low 60s across most of northern Utah, mid to upper 60s across the I-70 corridor, and we'll be in the mid 70s down across southwestern Utah as well. So it should be a beautiful day, a very warm fall-like day out there for us. As we look at Futurecast, there's really not a lot to show you except for our friend, the Big Blue H, high pressure. That's our weather friend. And again, it keeps all the storm systems that are going up and around us here. We call that a ridge of high pressure for that reason. And it's in place for us for the rest of today. Your Tuesday, we'll have a couple of high clouds streaming back in from the west, but overall should be another nice day. And then the winds start to pick up starting up on Wednesday with a few extra clouds. That's ahead of our potential next storm system that starts to approach the western half of the country. So as we break it all down for you, we're going to have this high pressure ridge that's going to be in place across the area through the middle of the work week. But then we start to see some changes. First, we'll notice those winds, as I mentioned, picking up out of the south and west. That's because we're stuck between low pressure and high pressure. But eventually that low pressure will kick that high pressure out of here, and that storm system will be able to drop in. Now, here's the question. It looks like what we're seeing in the data here is that this data wants to split this low pressure system. So one piece of energy is going to go to our north. The other piece of energy is going to go just to our south. Now, depending on how far north or south that second piece of energy goes will determine the type of precipitation that we see across the state. But either way, looks like a pretty juicy system that's going to be moving in. In fact, look at some of these numbers. This is an average of the computer models and what they're saying. And right now they're putting out on average 1/4 to 1/2 inch. Now that's on average, but you can see there are several spots that could be indicating that we could see a little bit more than that. But I think 1/4 to 1/2 inch looks like a pretty good bet across the state. And as we look at what about potential snowfall with this system, it will have a cold side with it. So it will be rain during the first half of your Friday, but by Friday night into Saturday, those snow levels will drop. And we're looking at some accumulating mountain snow showing up on the map. And there's the potential that the snow levels could drop low enough as we get into your Saturday morning to even see our first couple of snowflakes flying around the sky, maybe in portions of the valleys. We'll see how it plays out. But a big temperature drop coming to the Wasatch Front, a big temperature drop coming down towards southwest Utah. Get ready for a big weather change. St. George, I've got us in the mid-70s through Veterans Day and all the way through Thursday. Watch the winds pick up Wednesday into Thursday along with an increase in clouds. And I do have some rain showers in the forecast as we get towards your Friday. Look at those highs going from the 70s down into the 50s. get ready. The Wasatch Front, 60 degrees, 61 today. We'll be up to about 67 by Wednesday with increasing clouds, wind, and then there you see that rain and potentially even some snowflakes mixed in by Saturday morning. Guys?